all week you guys preached that this wasn't a revenge game. But now that you've won, how good does it feel?
It feels really good.
Kobe Dean was telling me he was explaining the environment here in the postseason to some of the rookies like Jahad Campbell. He said it's like trying to describe an amusement park that they haven't been to before. They just have to go out there and experience it themselves.
Their win over the Browns has raised some questions when it comes to the offense. Why doesn't Jalen Hurts target the middle of the field? What's up with the slow starts? The list goes on.
I mentioned the draft. I think it's really interesting that this can also affect the Eagles, draft strategy. A lot of experts had them taking a wide receiver with their 23rd pick in the first round. I just don't see how that would be productive given the team still has a need for safety. They still have a need for edge. They still have a need, like you mentioned, for some O-line depth. What an insane but incredible way to finish the game. What's going through your mind right now?
That was insane. Coming off that ending.
When I talked to you earlier this week, you described this young defensive unit with the Birds as hungry. You said that it's amazing to see them with their mentality after winning a Super Bowl come out and still be hungry for another one. How did you see that play out today on the field?
After the Eagles beat the Saints 15-12 Sunday afternoon in an emotional roller coaster of a game that featured some bold decisions by head coach Nick Sirianni, the Eagles had a chance to tie the game up at 3 right before halftime rather than kicking a field goal. Sirianni chose to go for it on 4th and 1 with 15 seconds remaining, the first of 2 attempts and failures to convert in the game.
Guys like Saquon Barkley, guys like Landon Dickerson, they say they want to see more energy from the guys on the sideline. They want to see more want-to, more focus. They say execution fuels emotion.
Philly shortstop Trey Turner had his best season yet as a Philly in 2025. Can he have repeat success?
But I think when it comes to, batting cleanup, Bryce Harper made comments about how that spot isn't doing him any favors. And I think it plays into his frustration with Dombrowski where it's, hey, if you're going to criticize me, you're going to say I'm not elite, then give me some help. A completely dominant Lions offense. You led the charge in shutting them down, especially when it comes to Amon-Ra St. Brown. What was working for you throughout not just this game, but the Monday Night Football game less than a week ago?
Man, that pass rush, they get out there.
We could be hearing some take the points chants at the link today.
They can't go 162-0 as much as we wish that they would.
True.
They still won the series, so I'll take it. It was promising from Aaron Nola. Felix, your pick 6, interception of Carson Wentz, ran it back 42 yards. That really felt like it swung the momentum early in the game. Can you take me through that play? Well, when you play in Buffalo, you should expect to play in the elements, and that's certainly what the Eagles are getting here today. Now, the good news is it's not freezing cold. As you can see, this is pouring rain. It was expected to be potentially freezing rain.
USA down 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th with a runner on 3rd. Kyle Schwarbaum's bursting in the air all the way to right field to give USA the lead. All these other teams are spending the money. Phillies, if you want to compete, if you want to beat the Dodgers, please just go out and spend the money. The important thing is win and you're in, win tonight. It's a young team. They just need playoff experience.
Yep.
Phillies back home and looking to get back in the win column. More importantly, as you just mentioned, score some runs as they play the first of a 3-game series against the Diamondbacks today. Now, if you feel like you haven't seen the Phillies get any sort of offense going in forever, well, you aren't wrong. The Phils have not scored a single run in 20 consecutive innings. You know the feeling when you're young, you dream of growing up to be a professional baseball player. Well, one kid in St. Louis has some baseball dreams of his own.
Where's yours?
I'm going to go old-fashioned.
Oh. I don't know if the stadium staff would love that.
No. Let's go lights on your cell phones. Well, the Phillies fans, Devin, have picked up on that really very quickly.
Yes.
We borrowed it from the Minnesota Twins. But
we're quick learners here in
Yes, we are.